This company is going viral for its new process that gives you permanent teeth in just 24 hours.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed. Life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much? Can I be your superhero? Superhero.
What is going on, guys? Alright, you guys should be able to hear me now. Testing. Alright. Can they hear me on the YouTube end right now? Does anybody know if they can hear me on the YouTube end? What is going on? Okay. I must have the stream open in the background. Yes, I do. Okay. Alright. I gotta cut the latency down to this, too. How do I do that? Because there's a lot of latency here. Can I do that while I'm live? Hopefully I can. When I set up the stream, I should have thought about that. Well, you guys should be able to hear me now, right? So let's go over some of the stuff that is rumored to be happening today. Now, obviously, of course, we have the iPhone 17 lineup that is due to come out, and so that's going to be exciting. We have that stuff going on. In addition to the iPhone 17 lineup, there is a brand new phone that is coming out, and that is the iPhone 17 Air series, or just the iPhone Air series. That's going to be brand new this year, and that should take the place of the Plus model. So it's exciting, definitely, for sure. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Make sure, if you have any questions, any specific questions, make sure to drop them here in the chat so I can go over them. Let me see if I can loop in. iOS 26 security content when? When ETA? Yeah, I don't know. I will be happy if iPhone Air has SIM tray in India. It might. I mean, it's definitely not going to have it in the States, but it might in India. It's possible. Definitely not in the States, though. Let's see. Let me know you guys are watching along. Let me know you guys are in chat. What is going on, everybody? Yeah, so basically, obviously the iPhone 17 series is slated to be unveiled. That much we know. That's the exciting parts. And then we have some of the stuff that it would be nice to be able to definitely see it. The Vision Pro, seeing a Vision Pro. Now, that's probably not going to happen today. Honestly, that probably won't happen for several more months, but it was rumored that like maybe there might be something in terms of the Vision Pro, but that's like a very big maybe in terms of what we're actually expecting versus, what's going to happen with that. So Apple Vision Pro 2 or Apple Vision Air, probably Apple Vision Pro with an M5 spec bump. The Apple Vision Pro that exists right now, Apple's VR headset, that is running on an M3. But if you ask me, the problem is not the chip that it's running. It's the fact that it has a very hefty price tag. And then on top of that, it's just not super comfortable to wear. So they have to fix those two problems before it really makes much sense at all for any of this stuff, right? So that's the first couple of things they have to fix with the Vision, the Apple Vision line. In addition, obviously, we're slated to see the new Apple Watch for the year, the Apple Watch series, I believe it is 11. I'm just kind of thinking without having some of these rumors pulled up. Let's actually go through some of the rumors right now. Let's see. iPhone 17 Pro Max to include 6 color options shown in last minute leak. There's supposed to be like a blue and an orange color. The blue, honestly, they look nice. The blue and the orange color looks pretty nice. It's 2 a.m. in South Korea, and you're getting your first CVE in 2026 in iOS 26. That's awesome, man. Yeah, let me see what else we can find. Apple event rumors. Let's see. Obviously, we're supposed to get AirPods Pro 3 today. So ahead of today's event, if you've seen AirPods Pro 2 go on sale for a deep discount, that might be one of the reasons why I think Apple's probably prepping for AirPods Pro 3 to come out. So AirPods Pro 3, that's a big rumor today. There is also one of the more perplexing rumors. This comes out of 9to5Mac. Throughout the iPhone 17 cycle has been the so-called cross-body strap accessory. New image posted by Sonny Dixon last night seems to add more fuel to the fire. So yeah, something about a cross-body strap accessory. AirPods Pro 3, we talked about that already. iPhone 17 battery specs. So it'll be very interesting to see the rollout of all of this stuff. Because if you go back a year ago, when the Apple September event for the 16 Pro and the 16 series happened last year, there was a gigantic emphasis around Apple Intelligence. That was the big thing that they were marketing for the year. This is the reason why you want the phone, because of insert Apple Intelligence marketing here. That's the reason why you want the phone. What wound up happening is instead of the phone actually coming out and being good with those Apple Intelligence features, phone came out in September. We didn't see any Apple Intelligence features publicly available for a month after that. So picture this. The marketing team of this company is just for, a month and a half straight, is just like promoting all this stuff and saying that Apple Intelligence is the future. And they even get Bella Ramsey, who, by the way, was Ellie in Last of Us, one of the hit shows at the time on HBO. Ellie of Last of Us fame, this actor that was in The Last of Us, they hired her to do this promotional ad centered around Apple Intelligence. So they had a semi-big name at the time involved in a commercial in terms of the marketing, and they were pushing that thing all over the place. They were putting it in on YouTube for ads on YouTube. They had it on TV. They were, putting it on as a commercial on TV. And then fast forward many, many months later, different aspects of Apple Intelligence came out, but the only thing that did not come out was actually what was being advertised in that ad, which is honestly the biggest part of Apple Intelligence, which is this personal context thing. That still has yet to come out. A year later, that is still not out yet. So they botched badly the rollout of their Apple Intelligence features to the point where it was like a glaring mess. It was a problem. And so going into the event this year, I think everyone kind of is going into the event with like a clear, level-headed mind and everything when it comes to that. But I think that the least talked about thing for me is the public perception around, what this looks like as a company and what are they going to focus on for the 17 series, because they messed up with the Apple Intelligence features last year so badly. They messed up that rollout so badly that what is Apple's focus going to be this year, and what can they do to make sure something like that never happens again in terms of with the marketing of that? Because to me it's ridiculous, and I'm going to keep saying the same thing. To me it's ridiculous the fact that these features were announced in June. Apple Intelligence itself was announced in June of last year. They had obviously a couple of months to start to get some things together. In September of last year was when the iPhone 16 series with the Apple Intelligence focused was unveiled and announced. So they had a little bit of lead-in time there, obviously before the launch of the phone, before the unveiling of the phone. And what they did, instead of pushing these features back, probably because they knew that they had to answer to shareholders, and there had to be a good enough reason. It's not like, okay, well, the camera gets a little bit better, and so that's the only reason why you want this phone. And so that's what's going to be interesting this year to me is like, okay, camera gets a little bit better, battery life gets a little bit better. Okay, but sell me on something else. Why do I need this phone if I have the old phone from last year? And some years... Right.
That's the feature.
Right. So the design looks different, but outside of that, like give me a reason as to why I want to be excited. And so like I'll say a couple of things. Reverse wireless charging is rumored to be a thing. I don't know how much you guys know about the rumors, but there are rumors sometimes that year after year after year after year continuously keep going around and persisting. Like for example, Apple bringing back Touch ID and putting that under the display. So they had two different unlocks. They had Face ID and Touch ID, bringing that back. That's been a rumor that's persisted forever. Didn't ever happen. And the thought process is they're probably waiting until they completely redesign the phone and it's all, the front of the phone is all screen. They get rid of the cutout at the top. Once they're ready to do that, the thought process is that's when they'll have the tech to be able to put in this type of stuff in there. So
I just don't think that. I think that Apple, if they were to go back to Touch ID on the phones, it's admitting that Face ID is just not good enough.
Yeah.
And I think to like a lot of people, Face ID is good enough, so why would you do it? And I know that there's like, why not have both? But it doesn't seem very Apple-like to go back on something like that.
Yeah. So honestly, what I could see them doing if like they do a complete left field thing, and you heard it here first, by the way, if they end up doing this, the iPhone Air, this is like the big headlining thing that a lot of regular users are going to care about. Now, I have been keeping track of leaks and rumors, but only to a certain extent. There's part of me that likes doing that, but part of me that thinks, honestly, that the leaks and rumors kind of disrupt and ruin the event as a whole. Because these days, to a T, most of the time, we kind of know what to expect. So it's like, to me, I get less out of watching the event overall. And I feel like, for example, if there was something huge that Apple was working on, it 1,000% these days would get leaked and we would know to a T what's happening. And so for me, if it's a massive enough thing, it's like I kind of want to know, but I also don't want to know. You know, it's like one of those things. It's like
it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
It ruins it arguably ruins the event to know everything beforehand, but also it's addictive to to follow these leaks and rumors, and there's people who build their careers on pushing out the same sort of rumor talk every single week. I mean, like look at John Foster. And,
I was gonna say not saying names, but
I'm not saying names, but
but a couple of Apple YouTubers, in particular,
push out the same sort of thing every week. Not to name and shame them, but they do a good job of it. But there's only look back in like 5 to 10 years, it was really interesting. I mean, you had like something really, really interesting happening every single week. Like everything Apple Pro would put out like a rumor thing every other couple of weeks, and couple that with like great talk and things like that. You'd have like a pretty interesting week to week sort of video. But I suppose if you're doing the same sort of rumors every single week, it does wear a bit thin after a while.
Right. It is now 12:55, so we have 5 minutes before the event kicks off. Just want to make sure everybody is aware of that. Just want to make sure everybody knows. Also, to the one person asking what the YouTube channel is, welcome. Hope you enjoy all of the content and hope you enjoy the conversation today. We are doing some coverage of Apple's keynote. And it's going to be hopefully a good time, hopefully a good day today. Every time Apple does an event, I always wonder what is best to follow along, whether it's their YouTube page and their YouTube channel and see the stream there or over on their website. I think I'm going to just pull it up on their website. But, Michael, I know you said you probably would not be able to join us for the actual event.
I will probably be cycling by a restaurant while it gets started.
Yeah, fair enough. The other thing that I'm going to do as well is I want to just make sure. I made 2 different thumbnails here, and I want to make sure that I switch it to this one here. Watch party Apple event. All right. How do you guys feel about the iOS 26 Beta 9 update? Honestly, I didn't update past Beta 8, and a couple of days ago I realized, I was like, I didn't even update to Beta 9. And then I'm like, well, the RC is probably coming today, so honestly it doesn't even really matter. Like, I'll just update to that. What exactly happens at this event? So Blue, the what we're going to see is the iPhone 17 series. That is the specifics of the basics of what we're seeing. And then to go beyond the iPhone 17 series, iPhone 17, 17 Pro, there's also going to be a brand new iPhone model this year called the iPhone Air. So much like any of the other Air monikers on Apple's products, it's basically going to be thinner, lighter, and they're probably going to take some stuff out. They're going to make it, a little bit more cost effective too. So whereas like the iPhone, we'll see the iPhone this year, it's rumored to get a slight price increase, like a $50 price increase. So that might trickle down and you might see like, $1,049, and then on the iPhone Air, maybe you see it going for like $699 or something. But it'll be interesting because they came out with the iPhone 17 or the iPhone 16e series So this year, eventually, when they come out with the iPhone 17e, if they decide to do that, because I think, was the iPhone 16e a mid-year phone? I think it was, right?
It was March this year.
Yeah. So if they come out in March with the iPhone 17e, or mid-year with that, then they need to kind of leave a gap in pricing and a gap in the specs between the Air and the 17e. Because if the 17e and the Air are basically the exact same, then like what would make somebody buy one over the other? You know what I mean? So like they have to have a distinctive difference between those two versions. And
I have a theory about this. I think that they're going to get rid of the base model for a little while, and they're going to combine the E and the base model after a while. And I think they're just going to do the iPhone 17 or 18. They're going to do the iPhone Air and then the iPhone Pro.
right.
I hope so. But anyway, continue.
Anyway, it is 12:59. So the Apple event is about to start. I want to real quickly just adjust a couple of things, change the thumbnail real quick, and the title.
I'm going to be honest, I'm really excited about AirPods 3 over everything else.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have a heart rate sensor supposedly.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, the event is about to start here any moment. I've updated it on my iPhone 15. It's awesome, a little glitchy. Sure, the final version. Hi from South Africa. What is going on? All right, so hopefully I'm actually not getting, it's 1 o'clock right now. I'm not getting any sound right now on my end, but it's probably the way that I have it configured. Why is there sound on the stream on the I imagine there, yeah, there we go. Okay. That is very loud for me, so I'm turning that down. Testing. Okay. All right, here we go. The Apple event is about to start. How long do you have, Michael, before you have to dip out?
Well, I just closed up shop, so I am going to start cycling, and I can stay on the stream for another 10-15 minutes.
Nice.
I'm just not going to be able to actually watch the event.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you can tell me what's going on.
Yeah, I'll fill you in on what I'm seeing. Design is not just what it looks like and feels like. Design is how it works. Guys, join the Apple event stream on... Wait, is this a new HomePod? Oh, wait, I'm so confused. They just randomly showed the HomePod. Okay. So it's like a bunch of random stuff all together. Okay, Apple TV remote. AirTag. Imagine we're getting, all these new things.
I mean, there were rumors about a new set of AirTags coming, but they did just do a new Apple TV refresh, earlier in the year, so...
Yeah. Guys, go to the Apple website for the live stream. Join our... They're showing AirPods. They're going through a loop of all of these different things. You guys can still hear me, right? By the way, on YouTube. Join our... Yeah, I can't...
As well, or is it just you?
What's up?
Can they hear me on YouTube, or is it just you?
It's just me, but I was putting my phone close to the mic so you can hear. Guys, I should have explained this before, but I can't show any visual. You guys have to just follow along with me. Tim Cook says good morning. Because of copyright stuff, I can't show any visuals.
Showing the live event next to their reactions, so... Let's say AirPods.
Yeah, wait. Well, innovative liquid glass. They're talking about the 26 design.
Oh, of course.
Is everything on the YouTube end working? I'm just double checking right now. Huge day of announcements about AirPods and Apple Watch. Taking the biggest leap ever for iPhone. Let's start with AirPods. All right, they're starting with AirPods first. So AirPods Pro 3 probably, I imagine. AirPods and Apple Watch. Okay.
I don't know what they would do for Apple Watch. There's not really much more improvements they could make.
Yeah.
I haven't updated my watch since like the Series 7, and I feel really no need to.
Yeah. I mean, I have the AirPods Pro 1, so for me, I was waiting to upgrade.
Oh, I got AirPods Pro 2 Lightning. I don't Lightning. USB-C.
Next generation of AirPods Pro, he says. All right.
I don't want to wear the Apple Watch to do heart rate tracking. So if they have heart rate tracking, I will probably just buy them.
Yeah, they do. I think they're showing it right now.
Nice.
Because it started with a heartbeat. Okay, so it looks the exact same as I expected it to.
Let me guess, the case doesn't have a button on it, and
They didn't show the back of the case, they only showed the front. Well, AirPods Pro 2 are going to get a nice little discount for anyone that doesn't care about the 3s. So if you've been waiting to update your AirPods or get AirPods, this will be a good time to get them. Apple's always great with visuals here. AirPods Pro 3. I mean, I already said that AirPods Pro, it's AirPods Pro 3 right now, but
yeah, I wonder if they'll update AirPods, the normal AirPods.
Can you guys, by the way, this is a watch party. I said that a couple of times. I didn't say it in the beginning of the stream. I should have. But because of copyright stuff, I don't want to visually show it, and I don't want to audibly show it because of the potential possibility for copyright strikes. So that's the reason why you guys aren't able to see anything. Hopefully you can still hear me. That's the goal, that you guys are still able to hear me. And I'm going to take you through via my reaction and everything. I'm going to take you through all of the announcements. 4 times better active noise canceling. I think that's what they just said.
4 times better.
I don't know. Maybe I missed something. I saw 4 times show up on the screen, but I wasn't really
Damn.
fully paying attention because I'm trying to operate this stream right now. Mr. Beast? What? Mr. Beast is at the Apple event? Is that legit? Is that real? Marquez took a picture with Mr. Beast and Mr. Who's the Boss. Is that Mr. Who's the Boss? No, somebody. Not Mr. Who's the Boss. Oh, live translate. Okay, I really should actually be listening to this. Let's see.
Live translate would be really cool.
Yeah, they're going over live translate right now.
Nice.
Daisy, the event is for all of Apple's new announcements, the new iPhone 17 series, amongst everything else. Live translate, that's cool. That is amazing, though. A live translate feature built directly into it. I love the fact that they did that.
It would be very useful for me at the moment because I don't speak Dutch,
Yeah.
and it's kind of annoying. I suppose goodbye to the in-laws who speak a different language to get around thinking you don't understand them.
Yeah, 4 times active noise cancellation versus original AirPods Pro. That's what it is.
Well, that's a marketing lie then, because AirPods Pro 2 are like 2 times better or something.
Right, so that's that. If it's 2 times, then it's
Well,
4.
it's 2 again, but I mean, I think it might have been slightly more than that. I think it might have been like 2.5 times better than the original AirPods. So
Yeah.
I hate when they do that. Just compare it to the last version that was released.
Yeah.
Like AirPods Pro 1 are like 6 years old at this point.
Yeah. They say that it's that these AirPods are more durable and they fit better. So that'll be really good because I know a lot of people with the silicon tip do not like the fit of the AirPods overall, and they feel like it falls out easier. So heart rate sensing. There we go.
Alright, I just parked up, but my dinner dates are going to be a little bit late, so I'm going to start watching this.
So you can watch it for a little bit then.
I can indeed.
There you go. They're just talking about the heart rate sensor in the AirPods, which I know you wanted, so you're coming in at a good time, actually.
Did I drop out for a little bit?
What's up?
Did I drop out for a little bit? I don't think I can watch it on my phone at the same time as talking to you guys.
Oh, yeah, I mean, fair, I guess, yeah, if you want to...
No, I'm going to get my laptop out. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
And test drive the new screen on my laptop.
There you go. So to do this previously for heart rate monitoring with workouts, you would have needed an Apple Watch, but now they're eliminating the need for that because they're building heart rate monitoring into the AirPods, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, why? That's the fitness aspect of the watch, like, is a gigantic sell. So I wonder why they would really, it feels like cannibalizing part of their, part of their product category. Like, why would I just feel like why would they do that, Apple specifically? Because they sell the Apple Watch specifically for that for some people. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because I think I'm one of the people who don't like wearing a watch while,
Wow, 8 hours on a single charge for active noise cancellation for these.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. 10 hours with transparency enabled. That's crazy.
Also, I don't know if you got a glimpse of the time, but I think it was an hour 40 minutes that the whole event will be.
Did that leak?
No, I just saw that. That's a leak from me. That's what flashed up on my screen when I was joining the stream on the live.
Interesting. Well, there you go. We'll see. AirPods Pro. Wow, let's go. Still $249. Pre-order today. Available September 19th. Nice. All right, so that's a definite buy for me because I have the Pro first gen and I've been waiting. Initially, my Pro first gen the past couple of months have not been, they've been acting kind of funny, and I've been wanting to get a new pair of AirPods for a while. But I kept seeing that there was a lot of Pro 3 rumors, and I'm like, why am I even at a good price? Why am I gonna get the Pro 2 when the Pro 3 is gonna be out in like 4 months? Like, it just doesn't make sense. I'll wait. So I'm glad that I waited. I'm definitely gonna get those.
Yeah.
They're talking about the new Apple Watch right now.
So it's going to be a snooze fest.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, they're going through things that are like remarkable ways Apple Watch has touched people's lives. Okay, so they're doing another.
So should we have a little bit of a recap session?
Yeah, I guess we may as well. It's funny because every event, every time, the Apple Watch is always like the recap session. Because I'm like, Apple trying to make me care about the Apple Watch section. I really just can't.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I really just can't care about it. So we'll do a little recap session. So amongst the things so far that Tim said that they were going to talk about today, we have AirPods, Apple Watch, and iPhone. Those were the few things that he mentioned so far today. They may throw in a random one more thing at the end. Sometimes they do that. There has not been a one more thing, though, of recent memory since the Vision Pro. Was that the last one more thing they did? It's been a while.
So. It was either that or it was the iPhone 10.
No, I think it was the Vision. Yeah, I think it was the Vision Pro. I guess Apple Intelligence wasn't a one more thing though, right? That wasn't.
That was the main thing.
Yeah.
Which was disappointing.
Yeah. So that's like my intrigue is how are they gonna marketing wise? How are they gonna build this phone up this year? Are they going to make it like a gigantic focus on the battery life? Because so far, from leaks, we've seen that there's a substantial improvement with battery life, which is fantastic. Yes. That's great. But, like, is that really what they're going to build the marketing of the phone on? I mean, maybe.
I think it's going to... So the leaks, from what I've heard, it's triple 48 megapixel cameras on the Pros, the new design, 24 megapixel front camera, and then supposedly reverse wireless charging, although I'm still skeptical on that.
Yeah.
And then I think just like the A19 processor, which no one cares about because iPhones are too fast for their own good anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
hold on, I'm pulling up 9to5 Mac to see what the rumors were.
Yeah, I mean, I think that'll be a big deal, the reverse wireless charging, if they actually can do it.
I still don't think it's feasible.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about this, I think the magnets are not going to be in the right orientation for it to work. It's like, do you remember the MagSafe charging puck?
Yeah.
Not the MagSafe battery pack is what I should have said.
Yeah.
That had reverse wireless charging on all the iPhones since the iPhone 12, but the magnets, they're not compatible with the puck, but they do slap onto the back of the phone. So, like...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, AirPods Pro 3, that's really nice that they did that, and the live translation feature, noise canceling is supposed to be, like, really good, so... I mean, that's good.
Yeah. Supposedly there's going to be thermal improvements. They're going to have a vapor chamber supposedly on the Pro models.
So, like, why would they want to really do that unless they're going to make gaming more of an emphasis? That's my question. Like, why do we really need that unless there's more of an emphasis on gaming?
I think it was because, you know the 15 series had, like, the problems with overheating.
Yeah.
And then people were still complaining about it on the 16 series, so...
Yeah. Is this Ultra? Apple Watch Series 11. Okay. It's so funny because every Apple Watch looks the exact same every year. And I mean, you could kind of say that for the iPhone too, but like, at least I feel like there's minor differences. Like, I feel like the watch changes once every like 4 or 5 years. Like,
yeah,
in terms of the design.
Changes with like the Series 4 and the Series 7.
Yeah.
And like you could say the Series 10 as well, but I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? Okay, so 5G in the watch.
Ooh, who's gonna use that though?
I don't know. Somebody, maybe.
Oh, actually, supposedly the Pro Max is going to get an 8 times camera zoom with a 48 megapixel sensor.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really cool. I like that. They did a liquid glass watch face. That looks really cool.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. Health features. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, to me, whenever they get to the Apple Watch, I can never look at that and say, yeah, this is something that I want to watch. I'm always like, all right, let's do, it's time for a recap. What did they talk about so far? Normally they kind of like put the Apple Watch stuff like in the middle as kind of like a breather, I feel like, for a lot of the other stuff they talk about. This was like the second thing that they're talking about now. So we're 20 minutes in right now. Should bring that up. We're 20 minutes in to the event right now. The biggest things they've talked about is the AirPods Pro 3. That's what everybody's going to care about. AirPods Pro 3, heart rate monitor on the AirPods Pro 3. It's got a heart rate sensor. That was a big rumor going into the event this year. And yeah, I mean, they definitely are going to deliver on that. So that's going to be exciting for sure.
Okay, this is I think a very, very last minute leak, but supposedly the eSIM only variants of the iPhones are going to, they're going to use the extra space where the SIM tray used to be for battery games. Like over the already improved battery life in the other phones.
So eSIM devices are going to get even better battery than ones with physical.
Supposedly an extra 5% over everything else.
I mean, so that means the US iPhones are going to immediately just have better battery life or any other eSIM countries. Because, so what I know, obviously in the States it's eSIM only, but I think is there a few other countries that are eSIM only too? I think there is, right?
From my understanding, it was just the States.
Is it just the States? Okay.
Yeah, supposedly they're expanding it this year, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I know it started out that way, but I thought at some point it expanded. I guess it hasn't expanded yet. That's the thought process, though, I guess, is that it's going to expand. I mean, actually, that makes perfect sense. If it expands, this is the year to do it, if that's the case. Because then they could tout, well, you know, we're doing eSIM, but we're doing eSIM in different countries as a restriction for a reason, because this will give you more battery life because we have more room to fit more battery. So, I mean, if there's any year to do it, it would be this year if that rumor is to be believed, or leak, or, you know, whatever you want to say. Series 11 gets up to 24 hours of battery life? Wait, am I, like, not thinking about this? right? Was that
18 hours. 18 hours.
okay? That was gonna say. I thought the 24 hours was like exclusive to the Ultra lineup.
No, supposedly the Ultras have 36 hours of battery life.
36. Okay. See, because it's been a while since I cared about the Apple Watch. I can't really keep up with like the current battery life stuff.
Yeah, no, I just it's.
But I know that the Ultra launched with the whole idea of why you wanted the Ultra, is because the Ultra had like insane amount of battery life.
Yeah.
But this one has up to 25. I mean, that's gonna be enough for 99% of people. You don't need more than 24 hours of battery life for 99% of people.
Yeah, no.
So.
What was I doing?
Okay, so now they're going to talk about Apple Watch SE. Yeah, this is going to be a long section about the Apple Watch. So strap in. But yeah, I mean the way that they do the iPhone will be interesting. I actually wonder if they're going to do what they did with the maybe they do I wonder with the phone what they do this year with unveiling it. Are they going to do the Air first?
No, they got to do the Air as the one more thing.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Surely it's. Oh, actually, I just remembered a few more other supposed rumors. Apparently, they're doing 12 gigabytes of RAM on all of the iPhones this year.
That's a big
AI
deal.
phones.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I mean, I don't really want that for AI. I'm just thinking for my Switch emulation.
Well, supposedly we're also supposed to be getting 120 hertz across the lineup this year, which finally took them long enough to do. Finally.
Well, don't.
If that's the case,
Don't speak too soon.
Yeah, really, I know.
I still don't think it's coming to the base model.
I really hope it does. Like it's difficult because you think about from a marketing perspective, like probably the reasons why they haven't done it yet. And from a marketing perspective, it's like, yeah, they have the 120 hertz Pro Motion on the Pro models to be able to use that as a selling point as why you want the Pro models versus the regular base model. So it's like from a marketing standpoint, that makes sense. But also it's like, it's 2025 Apple. Like technology is just getting better every year. Are you really going to hold your lineup like in terms of the tech behind because you want an extra selling point? I mean, if anybody was to do that, it would be Apple. But like, it's just like they should just do that already. I mean, they did that for across the lineup this year, the previous year, for the Mac lineup. Everything now starts with, what is it, 12 or 16 gigabytes? I think it's 12 gigabytes of RAM, right? Or maybe it's 16. I forget.
Yeah. Are they? Is that the Ultra 3?
Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about Ultra 3 right now.
I might be behind. Are you seeing a guy in a desert or like a sand dunes?
Yeah, I saw that like 10 seconds ago, maybe. So you're not that far behind.
Increase screen area. Okay, but why do you need that on a watch?
Yeah.
And also, how much skinnier is it, like, compared to last year's model?
Increase screen area.
Because the bezels don't look that much smaller than last year's one.
Yeah.
Unless they've just like increased the case size, but.
I mean, I don't know. I just think like the price point of the Ultra is very hard to argue as to like why it makes sense for most people over the series, for the year. It's just like, look, it's a nice looking watch. It's a rugged watch. It's a nice looking watch. It's built well. So it's like if you're out and about a lot and you're like a sporty person, like you're doing like more extreme like activity and more extreme exercise, It makes a little bit of sense, but
What's that satellite feature? Is that find my friends via satellite?
yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It might be.
Cool. Messages at Find My via satellite with an active cellular plan. Oh, that is pretty cool. That is a pretty cool feature. I hope that comes to the iPhones.
Yeah, I hope so too. But so my question is, they are starting to do more satellite things. 2 years so how many more times can they do that? You know what I mean? Messages and Find My via satellite with an active cellular plan. So how much longer can they offer that at no additional charge before they?
Well, it was meant to be 2 years from the iPhone 14 series, so
I know, and then they just kept extending it. So
yeah, I just don't think that it's going to get removed.
well, I think eventually what they're doing is they're building out their own satellite plan that you'll get a lot of, like, let's say messages over satellite and phone calls, all this stuff over satellite, and you'll pay a certain amount monthly like you do for any other Apple service.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Wait, 3D printed case? What? What is that? Where I completely missed that. 3D printed case. You see
on the Ultra or the
Yeah, on the
16?
I don't know. They were showing like
It'd be titanium 3D printing. It's a thing. It's honestly not like that exciting.
yeah, I was like, what does that mean? Like, why would they put that on there?
So it's a manufacturing technique to just remove wasted
Interesting.
like wasted material, because usually it's like a solid block of titanium and you're milling out the case.
Yeah. Apple Watch SE $249, Apple Watch Series 11 $399, Apple Watch Ultra 3 $799. Pre-order today for all the watches, available September 19th. All right. Now back to Tim. All right. Are we getting iPhone now? Is that what's happening? Let's see. I assume.
But yeah, if anything, it's just a technique for them to save cost on manufacturing. It's not really going to mean anything to the consumer. If anything, it's probably going to be less durable because of that.
Yeah. Let's talk about iPhone. Here we go. Finally. Reinvented the phone. He's quoting Steve Jobs. All right.
God, how many times are they going to say it's the biggest iPhone ever since?
Yeah. We should do that and see how many times they say that. Today we're raising the bar once again with an all-new iPhone lineup that's unlike anything we've ever created. Okay.
That looks like the iPhone 16. Has it got slimmer bezels?
Oh, I don't even see what you're seeing. You're ahead of me right now.
Oh, I'm seeing
the
iPhone.
that looks like the iPhone
The
16.
iPhone 17.
Okay.
With some worse
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah, that literally looks exactly like the iPhone 16. That's crazy. There's like nothing different except for like a few new colors.
I think the bezels are slightly thinner.
Slightly.
Slightly. I think it's the same sort of thing that they did. Do you remember the 15 to the 16
Yeah.
Pro?
Here's the
they,
iPhone
slightly...
17. Here we go. iPhone 17 is incredible. Yeah, I'm sure it is.
It looks hideous. God, they removed all the nice colors from last year.
Of course they did. Of course they were going to do that.
Oh, yeah, so they're getting the Pro features live. There's 6.3 inch display up. Oh, they got ProMotion as well.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, you're ahead of me. I'm not even seeing that yet. 6.3 inches.
Oh,
do you mind...
Shitty Pro... Oh, sorry,
yeah, no. I was going to say, do you mind pausing it for like a couple seconds so we can line up a little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I just got to the ProMotion part. 120 hertz.
So it looks like it's...
it's dynamic ProMotion. Is the other one...
it's got always on display.
Oh, that's... Okay.
So they must be using the same panel that is in the iPhone 16s. the iPhone 16 Pros because they've got a slightly bigger screen.
3,000
and they-
nits. Yeah, so it's basically just they're recycling the Pro and putting it in a regular shell.
Yeah.
ProMotion up to 120 hertz. Durability. I mean, that's massive. I wonder, does the Air get 120 hertz? If the Air gets 120 hertz, that's
That
a
would
big
make
deal.
It a really good. I honestly might. Well, actually, no, because I want the cameras. Oh, 3x.
Ceramic Shield
scratch
2.
Scratch resistance
Yeah.
is pretty cool. That was a rumored feature.
Yeah. Wow. Anti-reflective coating on the 17?
Oh, that means that it's going to be on the 17th.
Wait, they would do that on the regular 17 model?
Well, it is just a coating.
I know,
Do
but
reckon that-
you would
do you
think
reckon that
though.
means that do you reckon that means that they're going to give nanotexture to the Pros?
Yeah, but there's no way this is by default. There's definitely a spec bump for that. Like, there's probably one with and one without, like what they do with the iPads. There's no way that that's just standard on there.
For nanotexture or anti-reflective?
Well, I guess those are technically two different things.
Yeah, because one's just like a replacement for the oleophobic coating on the screen.
Yeah. Well, they didn't.
2019 is slightly better.
Yeah, they didn't say nanotexture yet, so who knows?
No, they've just said anti-reflective. So I think anti-reflective will be just the base feature, and then the Pros might get the anti-reflective coating or a nanotexture.
Or
coating.
nanotexture, yeah. So this is my thing. I could see nanotexture, if they bring that to the iPhone with the Pros, I could see that being
huge.
that would be huge, but I could see that easily being like an extra $100 easily.
Oh yeah, I know. People would pay that.
Yeah,
like
I would.
easily.
Oh, here we go. Apple Intelligence, my favorite part. Let's see. What are they going to do here with Apple Intelligence?
I'm going to be honest. The Apple Intelligence features of iOS 26 kind of look interesting. Because they've got like circle to search.
Yeah.
And like the whole screening, stuff like that. Things that are like actually kind of useful day to day.
Yeah.
Oh shit! The battery gains. Sorry, I think I'm ahead again. But
Yeah, you're definitely ahead again. Efficiency of Apple Silicon, all-day battery life.
sorry, they just said for me that an additional 8 hours of video playback over this iPhone 16,
Wow, that's crazy.
and supposedly 50% charge in 20 minutes. Am I still way ahead of you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pause. Sorry.
Okay, now it said to show me what's new. Here's Megan, and now it's a transition shot. Okay.
What do you transitioning to where?
Megan Nash,
Oh,
product
Megan,
manager.
Megan.
Yeah.
Megan in the garden.
Yeah.
I think the YouTube live stream's ahead of the website. Where are they? That looks like a Love Island.
48 megapixel. All right. Well, we knew that.
Yeah, that's nothing new from last year.
24. Wait, is this still for the I was going to say 16. Is this still for the
It's still for the
17?
17. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's what I thought. It's just like, listen, like, for creator stuff, like, that's cool. 48 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel macro. I mean, like, I guess I wouldn't expect crazy camera upgrades for the regular model, but like,
Wait, did they say dual? Is that dual 48 megapixels?
No, it's 148 and then one lens is 12. They just said.
12.
Yeah.
So the ultra wide is 12 and the main one is.
The macro, I think they said is 12.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, no, that means that. I think that means a dual 48 megapixel. Oh, hold on.
There's no way they would do that on the 17, is there?
Surely not. Surely.
Yeah.
Not.
Center stage front camera. What?
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
On the 17 base?
So that's definitely coming to the pros then, which.
Well, absolutely, but that kind of blows my mind. That would be.
It's 28 megapixels, right?
I guess so. Hold on. What are they? Sensor is square. Traditional sensors have a 4:3 aspect ratio, which limits framing based on orientation of the phone. Center stage camera's unique shape and larger size allows for high resolution photos and videos in any orientation. Okay.
That is pretty cool.
Wait, so you can decide that you want to take a landscape photo and immediately have a vertical landscape and portrait. It gives you the option after taking it which version you want. Is that what they're showing? That's kind of crazy.
That's pretty sick.
Oh, that's kind of sick. I don't know. I don't keep up with leaks like this. Was this leaked?
This was not leaked.
I was going to say, I don't remember hearing this. I mean, I kept up with leaks to a certain extent, but I don't remember hearing this.
It's got stabilization. That's cool. Video stabilization.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Level up videos. Oh, it's got stabilization?
Yeah, so you know action mode.
Yeah, they're saying that right now.
It's action mode for the front camera. That's cool. Because they've had that on the backs for a couple of years now.
Wait, are they doing... So center stage comes to iPhone. I really was not expecting that. That's kind of crazy.
256 starting storage.
Oh yeah, you're far ahead of me.
No, sorry, they're showing off all of the like that slide where they.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. I see it now. Yeah. Camera control button. I don't see 256 on this yet. Oh, here it is. Yeah, starting storage 250. Wait, so if they're bumping up the storage across the lineup, so there is no more.
There must be the tariff costing.
Yeah.
It must just be increasing the price.
Yeah, there is no more 128 then if they're doing this on the base model.
No, so they've gotten rid of 128 nans across every single device.
Yeah. Unless they put 128 on the 17E and they drop the price that way. I could see that.
Oh, yeah, they could do that.
The beginning of what they're introducing today. Advancements in Apple Silicon.
Oh.
Wait, no way. They're not putting Apple Silicon on iPhone, are they? That would be wild if they did that.
They all have Apple Silicon.
Yeah, but I'm saying like M series. M series.
They're not going to put M series, but that's...
That would blow my mind if they did that. Oh, this is the Air.
This is actually pretty cool.
This reminds me of like a Johnny Ive promo. What they're showing right now.
Looks pretty cool.
The voiceover reminds me of a Johnny Ive promo. Oh, that looks amazing.
Wait, so is it stainless steel? I'm confused.
I don't know, but look how thin that is.
That is pretty cool. What material are they saying it is?
Wow, I don't know, but that looks amazing. Ceramic shield includes its titanium frame. Wait, so it's titanium?
That makes sense. Oh, it must be polished titanium.
Because I thought the phones this year were switching back to aluminum. I guess maybe only the Pros.
What? I'm so confused about what they're showing at the moment.
I mean, this looks sick, though. The Air looks really cool.
It looks really
All right, high density battery, resulting in remarkable battery life. So the battery life is going to be good on this.
Yeah. Well, supposedly it was like 3,000, so over 3,000 milliamp hours.
I really wonder what price this is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not iPhone 17 Air, it's just iPhone Air. I think that was like a last minute leak that they were.
It's our boy John Turnus.
It's Apple what?
It's our boy John Turnus.
Oh.
VP of Mac. Is
Yeah.
here to bring some stability to the iPhone lineup.
There you go. All right, I haven't seen him yet. Okay, here he is.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah. Unlike anything you've ever held before. Wow. That does look really good.
They're really doing their best to not show the fact that it only has one camera on the back.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Like I kind of want the Air this year. I going into it, I felt like I wanted that. Wait, what on the back of iPhone for the very first? I missed that. 4 times more resistant to cracks.
Yes, but I don't understand how they can have crack resistant and scratch resistant in the same sort of in the same glass. But I mean, 5.6 millimeters is pretty good. I guess
Yeah.
that's thin. Oh, I actually really hate the back of it. Yeah, that looks ugly from the back.
More durable than any previous iPhone. 80% recycled titanium. All right.
Wait till you see the back shot. Tell me if I'm thinking it. It looks so bad.
The front looked incredible. I don't know about the back.
The front and the side look so good. The back looks. It's got the same problem that the iPhone 16e has, where the camera is way too big for the corner radius.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're putting the Pro chip in it. That's cool.
Are they really? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, you're definitely like 10 or 20 seconds ahead of me still.
Yeah, sorry, I'm resetting.
A19 Pro. Okay. Yeah, that's really interesting that they would put the Pro chip in there, though. I was not expecting that. Fastest CPU in any smartphone. Obviously, they're going to say that.
But it's got a 5-core GPU, which is less than the 16s. So are they binning the Pro chips as well now? It must be. Because that was like the only difference between the Pro chips and the non-Pro chips, was that it had like an extra GPU core.
Yeah, I don't know. Other major update to the GPUs around the AI. Oh no, around AI?
Of course there is. Well, Apple Intelligence better make Apple Intelligence better. It better make it at least 3 times as good.
3 times peak compute of A18 Pro. Interesting. MacBook Pro levels of compute in an iPhone, he said. Which makes me wonder what they're doing for the Pro.
We had last year because the A18 Pro was
Wait a
just
minute.
as fast as the M1 chip.
Wireless connectivity. What is this? What's it? Wait, what? N1? What's N1?
It's the same chip as they put in the iPhone SE, the iPhone
Oh.
16.
That's right.
It's
Well, they said
really
wireless
good.
charging, so it got me excited for a minute. Like it was a new chip for the reverse
Oh,
wireless
wait,
charging.
Hold on. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I'm talking bullshit. No, because that was the Apple C one.
So this is new.
So Apple N1
C1,
is new.
yeah. So N1 is different.
N1's different.
C1X, 2 times faster than C1.
To be fair, I can't hear anything that they're saying. I'm just looking at the pretty pictures.
Fair.
Yeah, the corner radius, I don't know about the corner radius. It looks weird.
Yeah. Oh, wait. What may appear to be a single camera, he said.
Yeah, they're just talking about the Fusion camera where it's like it can
So it's
zoom
just
in
it's
twice.
just software, yeah.
It's just software. They're just doing a 48 megapixel crop. It's the same camera that's on the iPhone 16e. They're talking shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess they got to figure out a way to market that because people see one less camera and then they're like, what gives?
Yeah, it does look really good though.
Yeah.
Like 6.5 inches as a screen size is like a really nice size.
Definitely.
Showing off like camera, like random photos.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have to, when the Air comes out, I definitely have to get to an Apple store and try it. It's going to be one of those things.
Look at it as well.
Yeah.
And it's got center stage as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get going.
Oh, you got to get going? All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll join later. If you're having a stream later, I'll join.
yeah, I'll probably have a stream later and recap some of the stuff that we saw. But 18 megapixel center stage front camera, by the way, before you go. They just said that.
What was the normal one? Was it 24?
I don't remember. I guess so.
Fair enough. Alright. I gotta get going. Talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you soon. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it.
That's alright. Bye-bye.
All right. Oh, wait. I don't know if you're still here, but I think they're talking about being able to dual record the front facing camera and the back case facing camera. That's awesome. That was a leak, but that's awesome. Center stage. eSIM. There you go. iPhone Air is eSIM only worldwide, they just said. We knew that going into it because of a leak, but battery life. All right. It's going to be really good battery life. Powered by the most advanced Apple silicon built for efficiency. All right. Adaptive power mode. Still gets all day battery life. Okay. Okay, new accessories. They're going to create a new low profile MagSafe battery. Okay. Up to 40 hours of video playback when you're using both of them together. Frost and shadow for the cases. Lightweight bumper. Interesting. Crossbody strap, yeah. That was a leak. That was correct. I like it, but I definitely don't know how to feel. I want to see what the pros look like this year for sure. Very curious to see what that looks like. iPhone 17 Pro, introducing iPhone 17 Pro. Let's see what they got. Performance, durability, and capability. Solid aluminum. Okay. So that was right. There's the orange color. Wait, does this have a camera? The camera bar? I didn't see it. I mean, they didn't really show. Yeah, sorta. It sorta has that. I feel like. All right, let's see. Biggest battery in any iPhone. A new Pro camera system. A19 Pro. So they're going to do the cooling. Oh, that looks sick. Wow. Well, some YouTubers are definitely going to have some content out of trying to crack these things. Oh, the blue looks sick and the orange looks sick. iPhone 17 Pro. All right, let's see what else it has in terms of new features. What are they going to do on the pros? iPhone 17. Oh, I like that the lettering there. Vapor chamber. Yeah, there you go. So there might be some really good AAA games to come to the 17 Pro then. I think that's what they're setting the stage for, much more gaming stuff. I like the blue. Cosmic orange is interesting. A19 Pro. Photo and video editing. Oh, imagine they brought Final Cut to the iPhone. They're not going to, but would be amazing if they did. Durability. Okay, good. Glass in the back is more protected by the unibody design. It's not glass at all, in fact. Ceramic shield for the back. Okay. I really wonder if the reverse wireless charging is really going to be a real thing. Because, like, okay, battery life, durability, and the better camera system, like, that's cool, but, like, give regular customers a reason as to why they want to upgrade this year. Wait a minute. Is there a nano texture? Oh, no, not yet. iPhone 17 Pro Max, best battery life ever in an iPhone. $39 of video playback. Pro camera system. That's good amount of hours, by the way. Wider field of view and higher resolution. Yeah. 48 megapixels on all three. All three are Fusion cameras. Okay. All new telephoto camera, 4x zoom and an 8x zoom at 200 millimeters. Longest optical ever from them. %56. That's crazy. Like the 2x telephoto, the 8x also utilizes the updated photonic engine. Okay. So they're talking about like a lot of the camera stuff. So that's pretty cool. Digital zoom is up to 40x for photos. Okay. 8 Pro lenses in your pocket. That's crazy. Let's talk about video. Let's see what they do. Imagine if it was 8K. It's not going to be, but that is true. That is crazy. iPhone 17 Pro is being filmed with it for this event. 4K 120. ProRes raw capture. That's a big deal. What's Genlock? What's this? Accurate and perfectional transitions. How does that show me? How does that look? That's pretty sick. Genlock sounds really sick, not gonna lie. That sounds cool. tech woven case, new innovative material. Clear cases, as well as silicone cases. That's funny. They really like this strap for some reason. Center stage front camera, 8 Pro lenses in your pocket. Yeah, I mean, it really was just the camera and the battery life. Those are the big changes here. So they're showing the 17 Pro in action to see what video stuff looks like. Interesting. This is a promo video that they're showing right now, obviously. The Ultimate Pro, iPhone 17 Pro. There you go. All of the new models start with 256 gigs. Yeah, so they completely got rid of the 128 gig option then. iPhone 17, $799. iPhone Air starts at $999, and 17 Pro and Pro Max start at $1099 and $1199. Interesting. There's a 2 terabyte now? They don't need to do that. 2 terabytes? That's so much storage. Oh my god. Up to $1,100 off when you trade in an iPhone 13 newer. iPhone 16e, $599. Pre-orders start Friday. Available September 19th. And now back to Tim. All right. So that's it for the iPhones, I guess. They're going to do a wrap-up. Along with the power of Apple Intelligence. Oh my god. No one more thing. There really never is a one more thing anymore. That's a shame that they don't do that. Shot on iPhone, edited on Mac. There you go. So that is it. That is the end of the iPhone event. I'll do a quick little recap right now for those of you guys that are joining us again after the event has concluded. And I'm going to now do this in here. So let me do that. All right. So now I can hear myself again. I wasn't able to previously because I had my headphones plugged in a different spot. So that was the iPhone 17 event. I don't know. I feel like I always want to feel different about it. year over year, same thing. There were some interesting features. Center stage coming to iPhone, was not at all expecting that, so that's a pretty cool surprise. But yeah, I mean, it's difficult because like the phone looks pretty cool, the new colors look pretty cool, but outside of like the upgraded design, they upgraded the battery life and upgraded the cameras. Okay, but like what is that mainstream feature that's going to make people want this phone? And they did an awful job last year with the Apple Intelligence stuff. The rollout of that was terrible. And so they needed to do better going into this new year for this new iPhone launch. I just don't think that the phones are really that all dropping. Like, to quote, you know, what the tagline of this event was, I really just don't think, for a majority of people, I really just don't think that it was a massive deal, personally. But Scott, what's up? How you doing?
Hold on, let me finish chewing.
You're good. But yeah, I mean, honestly, so coming out of that, I think the stuff that I thought was the best was the AirPods Pro 3. That's going to be really cool with a live translate feature. That's pretty cool.
But it seems to rely on Apple Intelligence.
Yeah, well, we knew that, right?
Well, of course, it does make sense, but I mean, that could really go bad.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
At this moment, I mean, in the future, it'll be great.
Yeah. Well, they haven't shown us enough yet to where, in terms of with the Apple Intelligence stuff, to where, like, we can feel secure in knowing that it's gonna perform well, it's gonna be good. Like, we don't know enough yet to really know for sure with Apple Intelligence stuff, because the rollout of that last year was just really not good. So yeah, and like, listen, center stage coming to iPhone, you know, some of these pro level, you know, iPhone camera stuff like that, it's cool, but like, reverse wireless charging, that was a rumor that's persisted on and off for years. Same thing with like, under the display Touch ID, that rumor persisted for years. Then eventually that rumor kind of like went away, and we haven't heard that rumor in a while. Same thing with like reverse wireless charging. I feel like first heard about that years and years and years back, and then we didn't hear about it for a while. And then this year for the rumor cycle, it came back, and this year it persisted. And a lot of times, at least on the software side of things, when rumors persist, it 9 times out of 10 ends up being, up until the very end, 9 times out of 10, it ends up being something that does materialize. This one did not. Reverse wireless charging did not happen this year. And I think that would have been something worth it for the regular user. I can't, with how expensive the entire world is getting now, just, you know, putting it in a perspective, if you have disposable income to be able to buy these phones and just to be able to buy like whatever you want, then that's one thing, right? But if you don't have the disposable income to drop like $1,000+ with tax, it's probably like $1,200, $1,300, you know, however much you're getting in terms of the storage configuration. By the way, 2 terabytes now on the Pro model, I think they said, which is crazy. I don't know. Do you need 2 terabytes of storage on an iPhone? I feel like you don't. Like, I can't.
Pro Max only.
Yeah. And I can't think of really, like, okay, I'm do content creation, I do YouTube, I understand it. But even for that, it's just like 2 terabytes even if you do like a lot of shooting stuff on the iPhone, let's say, 2 terabytes is like a lot of storage space for that. Like 1 terabyte even felt like a lot. But now that there's 2 terabyte on the Pro, I guess, so like 2 terabyte on a 17 Pro Max, that's probably like a $1,500 or $1,600 phone. I mean, I'm just spitballing, but I wonder how much they're gonna. Is that up yet? I wonder if it is. Is Apple's store up? Actually, looks like it is from what I'm seeing.
16. Oh, $15.99 or $16.99. I would.
Yeah.
bet.
No.
I think.
No. More expensive than that.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 terabytes. The 2 terabytes is $19.99 without tax.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm out.
2 terabyte Pro Max. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a Pro Max exclusive. The 2 terabyte.
Right.
They also didn't, which was a rumor. They also didn't do a nano texture display on that. There was a chance that maybe we could have gotten a nano texture display for iPhones. That would have been really cool, and I think worth the extra several $100s they would have charged for that. But yeah, you're talking about. It makes sense because they do this for a lot of their storage configurations. It's like a $200 upgrade. There's a $200 difference between the 1 terabyte versus the 2 terabyte. So that kind of makes sense. But wow. $19.99 for 2 terabytes.
When does the alleged folding phone, is that next year?
That's,
or 20,
yeah, it's supposedly that's next year.
So that's 26. So a year away from that. What's that going to go for?
I don't even know, but I think it'll be worth it. I don't know. I don't want to know. I feel like a starting price could be like $24.99. Like I could see it. Or like some it's going to be outrageous. It's going to be, so you think about it this way. A folding phone is double the phone. So that means it's got to be double the price, right? Like, I don't know. I'm just like making estimations on like, it's got to be at least $2,000 that you have to drop for that. Like, if it's double the phone, or like, not, that's going to be $14.99, $15. I don't know. It's just, I can't imagine that they're going to be able to keep it around $1,000. There's no way. It's got to be significantly more than the price of a regular phone.
Oh yeah, the $2,000 at a minimum.
Yeah.
And it's more than that. I bet you it's $2,200 to $2,300.
Yeah. So what we haven't seen yet,
So
which
this is a year to skip. This is a year to skip, right?
yeah, I guess.
I mean, unless your
yeah.
phone is hanging on by a thread,
Yeah.
this year is skip.
Yeah, I mean, like, I got the 16 Pro in, like, November of last year, and I was thinking about getting the 17 Pro this year. And I, like, still might, for, like, a little bit of time, I still might buy it and then end up, like, returning it. Just to, like, have the experience of, like, you know, what it's like. But yeah, it's going into this event, I wanted to be more excited about it, and I wanted to buy it. That's the funny part of this, though, is that, like, I don't know if Apple actually knows that there's like me in particular, there's some people that really, you know, appreciate their products and they like their stuff, and they go into their events saying, Apple, please sell this to me. I want to buy it. I want to buy what you're showing me, but, like, let me sell it to me and, like, make it so that it makes sense that I'm buying it. Because, like, if you're not selling me the reasons why I need this phone, which they really kind of didn't for the most part. If you're not selling me the reasons why I need this phone, then why am I going to care about buying it? Listen, there are certain things that were really cool. Like I said, center stage on the iPhone, coming to the iPhone, that's really cool. The iPhone Air, the thinness of that is really cool. So that's cool. What's interesting is the iPhone Air was $999. So that's very interesting. The iPhone Air is $999. I wasn't expecting that. I figured the iPhone Air would be a little bit less expensive. Especially because it has one less camera. So for a $50 difference, which is interesting, I guess this is how you quantify it if you're looking to make this upgrade. For a $50 difference, you get the Pro with the extra camera on that. I mean, why would somebody go with weaker? I mean, I guess because people will like, it's the gimmick of the Air. People will like the thinness of it. I mean, like, the Air looks really nice. It does. But, like, why would somebody want that over for an extra $50 getting that extra camera. I mean, like, I guess
because
I don't
that's
know.
the one to get. That's going to be the hot one.
What, the Air, you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I like the design. I just wish they would have put a second camera on there.
Can't you envision this statement? Look at how thin it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to hear that at so many holiday parties
Yeah.
this year. Look
Yeah.
how thin it is.
Yeah. I mean, the fact they were able to do center stage on across the lineup, that's pretty cool that they were able to do that. I don't know. It just feels like there's not enough new. But like the Air, I don't know. Maybe I want the Air. Do I want the Air? I don't know. I feel like I want the Air over the Pro. Like, but it's like, technically speaking, the Pro is better, but like, the Air just looks nicer.
Listen, with the 14-day return policy, you can have both.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to go that crazy. We'll see.
No, but I can't tell you how many times I've quote-unquote abused that.
I know.
Why not?
Yeah. This is, by the way, wild now. If you go to Apple's website and go under their AirPods, AirPods 4, AirPods 4A and C, AirPods Pro 3, and AirPods Max. One is not like the other. Can you tell me which one it is? Just knocked my microphone over. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. But yeah, one is not like the other. The AirPods Max is $549 and still has the, what is it? The freaking, what chip is that? It still has like such an old chip on that. Like for $549.
Is that like a 2020 or 2021 design?
It's a 2020 design. Yeah.
2020. Okay.
Yeah. Death Squad, I don't know. I'm still trying to kind of like process it. This is the conversation I was having with Scott just now, is I wanted to like this more than I did. So I go into a lot of these events saying like, I'm Apple. If you sell it to me, I'm willing to buy it. If you give me a good enough reason as to why I want it, then maybe I want it, and maybe I'll consider buying it. Maybe sell it to me more, give me reasons to buy it, and I'll feel good about it. Like, for example, the 16 Pro last year, outside of the upgraded cameras, there wasn't a whole lot new. But it felt like a bigger jump last year for the cameras. It felt like there was a much bigger deal on the 16 Pro because you got the 48 for the first time. So it felt like there was a much bigger deal. This year, though, the cameras did get better, but everything's like it feels like anyway, such a minuscule difference. I just don't know how to feel about it. 17 Air versus 16 Pro Max. Well, I mean, the 16 Pro Max, that's going to give you a bigger screen, and that's going to get over the regular Air, and that's also going to give you the extra camera lens, the 3 triple camera array on the 16 Pro series versus the 17, which just has 1 physical camera. If you don't care about cameras, the 17 Air is going to get you at least more than half the way there. It ultimately comes down to whether or not you care about the camera array and whether or not you care about these minuscule changes and differences here. Very minuscule for a tech giant like Apple. Yeah, and it's like, that's kind of like year over year these days what we're getting accustomed to, but it's like, at the start of every Apple event, I always say, Apple, please, like, sell me something, give me something that I want to buy, and I'll pay you money. Like, it's the meme of like, you know, the Futurama meme, the take all my money meme. Like, it's like, you know, I am willing to give you my money out of my pocket if you can just sell me whatever it is that I'm buying from you. Like, just tell me the reason why I want these things, and if it's a good enough reason, maybe I'll think about it. But it's just like, it's not, I just think we're not at that technological jump yet. And I think next year, if rumors and leaks are to be believed, that next year is the folding phone. Whatever year the folding phone ends up being, whether it's next year or the following year, I think that's the big year to make the jump. I think especially if you have the 16 Pro from last year, if you have the 15 Pro from the year before, I can't, for 99% of people, I can't say it makes sense to upgrade. Unless you care about the cameras, unless you care about the performance of the chip with the new vapor cooling chamber. I mean, that's pretty cool, but like, if you're not doing heavy gaming on your phone, which probably most people aren't, if you're not going to do heavy gaming on your phone, you probably don't need the cooling chamber. You probably don't. 17 Pro or wait for S26 Ultra. I mean, I am not in the Android Samsung camp, so I can't really say either way. I will say, though, on the Android and Samsung end of things, they tend to bring newer features faster and quicker to their devices than Apple does. Things that are brand new, they like to just like put in the phone. And the rollout is whatever the rollout ends up being. With Apple, though, it's a little bit different. They wait until the feature is perfected by other companies before they dip their toes in the water with that. That's why folding phones have been in existence for the last like 5-6 years, whatever, since the original Samsung Fold. Difference is, though, initially with that first Samsung Fold, the crease in it was really bad, and the design was really bad in that if you got something little, even like a small piece of like lint or dust or anything, any small particle of something, food, whatever it was, got trapped under that protective layer there. When you went to go fold it, the crease completely messed things. It was a mess. And it basically, a lot of these companies, what they do is they really put it out in sort of an Apple Vision type of situation where it's like an alpha where it's like, yeah, get excited about these features. That's really cool. But it's not like they didn't fine tune it yet. And so like for majority of what Apple does, that's a lot of times what they do, except, and the extreme outlier on that, like I said, is the Apple Vision Pro. That's the extreme outlier on that. Like, I guess they were just so excited about it that they didn't care that it was like an extreme alpha build project. And like it was not ready for prime time yet. They just didn't care. Same thing with Apple Intelligence. I think those two things were like shareholders were getting a little bit nervous. When is Apple going to have these things ready? And so that like they just said, okay, we're shipping it. So I honestly think that was probably the reason as to why some of that stuff happened. Folding phone within 2 years for sure. They need to catch up to Samsung on that. Yeah. So when the folding phone comes out from Apple, I think they're going to do it right. And I think that's when you start to get excited about what the offerings from Apple for the year are going to be. Now, it's going to be an insane price. Like, don't think that you're getting away with the iPhone Fold without like a sticker shock price tag of like $15.99 on that. I mean, it's going to be outrageous. It's going to be crazy. That is coming, and the price tag on the iPhone Fold is going to be insane. So just to let you guys know, like a year plus in advance, whenever we do end up seeing this iPhone Fold, the price is going to be outrageous. It's going to be crazy. So like there's going to be a significant amount of sticker shock. We might even go up to that new, $2,000 price tag. It's going to be a substantial jump. I don't think they do the iPhone Fold without a very big leap in price. Death Squad, I hope not. Death Squad says it'll be like the Apple VR price. I hope not. I hope it's at least a little bit more approachable than that. But yeah, same kind of deal. It's going to be, the sticker shock on that is going to be a lot. My dad has the latest Z Fold. It's really amazing. Yeah. So like, that's the thing, is that like from a software perspective, Apple does do good software. From a hardware perspective, they do good hardware as well, but they're kind of behind a lot of the game, because a lot of times what they do, with some exceptions, again, the Apple Vision Pro being a gigantic exception, with some exceptions of these things really aren't ready yet. These things are really like alpha projects that really haven't made it out of the testing phase. This is like, if you put it out to the public now, they're going to be guinea pigs for the project, for the product itself, because it's just not ready yet. with the exception of the Apple Vision Pro, with the exception of Apple Intelligence. Those two things in recent memory, those are the gigantic two big things where it's like really was very obviously not ready from the conceptual phase of like how it was pitched to everybody versus like what it really was like once it finally came out. The tech in the Apple Pro and the Apple Vision Pro is there, but the overall execution of those ideas, it's way too heavy in terms of uncomfortability level. It's heavy and it's not comfortable to wear and it's not comfortable to use for longer than like 20 minutes at a time. So that's a big problem. If I don't want to use your thing that you're putting out for almost $4,000 with tax and everything, because it's too heavy, if I don't want to use it for longer than 20 minutes, that's an issue. If I, don't want to buy it because it's an outrageous price, because it's like double of what it should be, that's also an issue. And the battery life was only like 2 hours. So it's just like everything was a mess with that. That's kind of like what it was like with Samsung, like you said, for the past 5 years. Plenty of issues with the folds that are starting to go away. Apple will do it when it's best to avoid that. Yeah, that's kind of for the most part what they do, with the exception of the Vision Pro and Apple Intelligence. I think the internal pressure, the shareholders on that front got to them, especially with the Apple Intelligence stuff. I think they knew that they couldn't wait because they announced it already in June, and so like even though it wasn't ready, the public perception around that, when they announced it in June and they pull back on it and say, wait, it's not ready, we can't have it ready to go in September with a new phone. So instead of just making it seem like it's ready to go when it's not, and forcing it out there when it's really not ready yet, we're going to hold off until like December or January because we're not ready. We need several more months for this to really settle in, and for us to really be able to fine tune this the right way. We need several more months until we're really ready for real. So yeah, they just were not willing to do that, which is where you got the whole debacle that you got last year, in the past year, with Apple Intelligence stuff. And it's interesting because they talked about it, they referenced it a little bit, but they really were tight-lipped in terms of any Apple Intelligence stuff with the 17 series. They talked about it, but only so much. They like sort of kind of talked about it a little bit, but like really kept it minute in terms of the references that they had with the 17 series. So with that being said, that's pretty much for the moment all I have at the moment right now. I'm probably going to take a few hours and take a small little break here. I will be back on the channel and probably on Twitter as well, doing a stream, basically having a post-game show talking about everything that went on. And we'll have that probably in a couple of hours, maybe around like 4, maybe around then Eastern. So we'll see. But yeah. Thanks everybody so much for tuning in and coming through. And yeah, I was really hoping to see like an Apple Vision Air or like an update to the Apple Vision line. It was, according to the leaks and the rumors that we had, the latest ones, there was some talk about maybe getting an M5 spec bump, and maybe they would refresh it a little bit. But the likelihood of anything for the Apple Vision line specifically for this event, it was becoming less and less likely. It probably was not going to happen. And, as we saw, it didn't specifically for this event. So I do think that's happening at some point in the future, because you got to think it's like they're at that point with that product category where it's like they need, in order for that product category to be semi-successful, they need to come out with another version that addresses these big glaring issues, the price being a major issue, the comfortability factor of it being a major issue. They need to figure out a way to address those issues. So, all right, Death Squad, thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for tuning in and joining us. Are you upgrading this fall? I have a 16 Pro that I got last year. In the lead up to the event, I thought I was maybe going to. I think the Air, honestly, so this is what I'll say. For somebody that already has the previous model from last year, I think if you're talking about wanting to get a new phone just to get a new phone, I think the Air is enough. The Air is new enough and the Air has enough going for it that I think I would feel okay with getting the iPhone Air this year because I already have the 16 Pro. So I think I would feel okay with it. The other thing, though, too, is that, like, I don't have a Pro Max. I just got, like, the regular Pro size. So I'm debating against whether, because I never had a full Pro Max. Like, I have the 12 Pro Max, but the 12 Pro Max right now in size is, I think, different than the modern Pro Maxes are. Because when they went to the dynamic island, I think they changed the screen resolution a little bit and the overall dimensions. I'm making the jump from 12 Pro Max to 17 Pro Max. Oh yeah, that's a huge jump. I would definitely say it's worth it to go from the 12 Pro Max to 17 Pro Max. Only thing though, if you're making that jump, obviously you have to understand if you're anyone that cares about jailbreak related stuff. I don't know if you have been watching my jailbreak related content or my troll store related content or anything like that. Jailbreak related content and troll store related stuff, all of that stuff. If you buy a new phone, just understand that you won't be getting the ability to jailbreak that phone for probably a minimum of like 3 to 5 years. That's just kind of like the situation, right? I mean, like we're at the standpoint where we're almost 3 iPhones with, or not 3, but two major iPhones without a jailbreak and 3 major iPhone releases without a jailbreak. Oh wait, no, it might be 3 because the 15 series didn't have a jailbreak, so it is 3 actually. It's 3 across the board, 3 major iOS versions and 3 major iPhones without a jailbreak. You just do sideloading now? Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, so we're going into 3 major iPhone releases without a jailbreak and 3 major iOS versions without a jailbreak. So just understand that, like, if you buy a new phone now, if you have any desire to jailbreak, you're going to be waiting, like, a really long time to be able to do that. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, and you can, probably find an iPhone 15 used on eBay, and get that for the inevitability when an iPhone 15 jailbreak comes out in the next like 5 years. At some point it'll maybe happen. But yeah, just go into this knowing that if you're thinking about buying a new phone, if you're into jailbreaking, if you're into troll store, go into this understanding and knowing that from a customization standpoint, except for the Nugget stuff, and the Nugget wallpapers are amazing. That stuff is really, really cool, and I'm going to have a lot more videos in the near future coming up with that. But outside of that, from a customization standpoint, you don't get the jailbreak stuff and you don't get the troll store stuff with new phones and new iOS versions. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to wrap up here. Thanks everyone so much for tuning in and joining and listening and, watching along with us. I appreciate it, guys. And I'm going to end the YouTube stream here. So thanks everyone so much for listening and so much for all of your support. I will be back at some point within the next couple of hours, and we'll go into a post-game show in a little bit more depth, and I'll talk a little bit more about some of the stuff that they talked about today. But certainly the AirPods Pro 3 and the iPhone 17 Air, I think, were the 2 highlights of the event for me. Real quick, though, I'm going to just read what Reed had said here. Was hoping I could justify the Air from a 12 mini. However, I think I'm just doing a 13 mini. $999 is low-key crazy. Like, that's what the OG MacBook Air came out at. Yeah, I can't disagree. I think you're seeing the prices reflective of, like a lot of these companies say, quote unquote, active market conditions, basically meaning the tariff stuff. I think a lot of it has to do with tariff stuff. I think a lot of it has to do with Apple just wanting to be Apple and wanting to charge more money because they know that they can. So yeah, $999 is a little steep. I think it's a little bit more difficult to justify. I mean, I'd be coming from a 16 Pro to maybe thinking about getting a 17 Air, or just at that point it would just be the Air. But yeah, I mean, I might do it. I might do it at least to make a couple of videos. I think the 17 Air is what makes sense. And I think that might not be what it'll be interesting. I wonder if that's what the initial excitement will be that is definitively going to be the better selling one. Come like holiday season, come Black Friday, when they're moving a lot of the phones for the year, I think the Air is going to be the most popular sell. But the question is, out of the gate, is the Air going to be more popular than the Pros? It'll actually be very interesting to see. I think for most people, it probably will be. Because it is a $50 difference, so it's not a substantial difference between the Air and the Pro price-wise, and you get that extra camera. But for people that don't care about the extra camera and they like the look of the Pro of the Air, I don't know. It's just I think for a majority of people, they probably will go with the Air. It's the more that I really think about it, because I do think that is going to be the more popular pick out of the two between the Pro and the Air. But yeah, we'll see. We shall see. But anyway, thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate it, guys. I'm going to end the stream on here now. And yeah, I will be back soon. Take care, guys. Have a great rest of your day.